If I told you that I needed your help and I needed it desperately, would you help me? Let me know in the comments. And if I told you I needed your help and it doesn't cost you anything, would you still help me? So I'm asking you because I need your help and I need it badly. Please hit the like button, the share button, comment. If you don't want to comment, just leave a heart. Pretty much, I need your help. And all of those things that I just mentioned helps this channel. So help me help you. Let's help each other. So let's get to the news that you definitely can use, or share it with someone that you know can use it. Let's go. Good morning, fam. How are you? Welcome back to Tommy Bites TV, and happy Friday. If you are watching this right now, consider yourself blessed or a lucky one, however you want to look at it, because millions are without power right now. So we're going to get into the story. Before we do, take a moment, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not, share it out, and leave comments. All of those things do support the channel and help us grow. So I'm looking at some news articles here, and there really are states of emergencies that are happening. Floods could hit Gulf Coast after storm has killed at least 4 in Houston. 4 people died, damaged buildings, and cut power for hundreds of thousands. There are millions of people without power right now because there are multiple states involved, and this storm is continuing to rage today in other states. So I'm going to read this article. It says storms battered Texas and Louisiana late Thursday and early Friday with destructive winds and torrential rain, leaving at least 4 people dead. Roads have been flooded and closed, and more than 1 million homes and businesses without power, as more floods Friday could plague parts of the Gulf Coast. Please watch this video to the end. I will add in here some things that you can do right now before storms hit your area to make sure you have stocked up in your home. They're saying that fallen trees seem to be the cause of at least 2 of the deaths, and a crane accident caused another. And that's according to the Houston Fire Department. Violent weather left a trail of damage to buildings in Houston, blocked roadways with fallen trees and debris, and mangled power lines. Public schools in and around Houston are closed on Friday, as more than 825 homes and businesses across Texas and more than 172,000 in Louisiana have no power. And that's according to poweroutage.us. So you can go to that website and see the outages across the United States. So I'm sure there is concern about the flooding that's happening right now, the fact that there is no power, and the temperatures this weekend are supposed to be in the high 90s in Houston. On top of that, you have grocery stores who are not operating right now because they have no power. That means there's going to be millions of dollars lost in food. I'm sure that just like last year when power went out, grocery stores had huge dumpsters behind their building where they were discarding of food, and you saw people with shopping carts going in and digging through to find some food because they did not have any food in their home. They did not have water in their home. So guys, we gotta get prepped up as soon as possible. It goes on to read that the storm was so powerful it blew out the windows of the buildings in downtown Houston, littering the area with glass as traffic lights went dark. Shoppers at a Costco in Houston used their phones as the only source of light as they huddled inside the store when the power went out, with employees closing the doors to block out the rain and the wind. Hurricane-force wind gusts also slashed storm-weary Texas and Louisiana, while drivers in Bryan, Texas needed to be rescued after heading into water. There's a saying, and I don't know if it's all across the United States, but definitely in South Carolina, where I used to live, there is a saying Don't drown, turn around. So if you see water that is on a roadway and you can't tell how deep that water is, you don't know if the road is even still there under that water. So don't take the chance with your life or your kid's life and drive into what you think is, low enough. It doesn't take but a few inches of water for your car to start floating. Soaking storms shift east on Friday with more than 14 million people across parts of the Gulf Coast at risk of severe weather, including damaging winds, hail, and possibly tornadoes. They said at one point the winds were at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 miles per hour, blowing out windows of businesses and homes. It says significant swaths of Mississippi and Alabama are under the moderate level 3 out of 4 risk of excessive rainfall on Friday, while a larger area from the Texas-Louisiana state line in Georgia and the Florida Panhandle is under a level 2 out of 4 risk. So y'all, please be careful. If you know anybody live in that area, encourage them to stay in. Don't go out unless absolutely necessary. And there aren't any grocery stores open in certain parts of Houston. So no need to be running to the grocery store now. That's why we gotta get stocked up beforehand. And the reason I say no water, no food, etc., the power is out. When the power is out, stores are not going to sell you the food that they had in their refrigerated area. It doesn't matter if it's only been a few hours. They are not supposed to sell that. And then also, the power is controlling the water treatment facilities. So those treatment facilities are not functioning. So you won't have safe drinking water, cooking water, etc. The drenching storms will last well into Friday for parts of the Gulf Coast. An initial round of flash flooding is likely in the first half of Friday before rain starts to taper off later in the afternoon. Be safe. But wait, don't think it's over, you guys, because they're saying another bout of heavy rain will develop Friday night and continue into the earliest hours of Saturday morning, working over the same areas that were already hit earlier in that day. So expect flooding. These storms could produce rainfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour and quickly restart or worsen any ongoing flooding. So remember, don't drown, turn around. Be safe. Widespread rainfall totals of 2 to 6 inches are expected from Texas to Georgia through Saturday morning. A few spots caught under multiple torrential storms may pick up 8 inches or more of rain. Some areas could record close and get around a foot of rain in about 48 hours. The picture I'm showing you right now is a car that was crushed by bricks from falling buildings that were sitting downtown in a parking lot after a severe thunderstorm passed through Thursday in Houston. I'm going to give you the latest update as to what's happening now, and then we're going to get into some items that you might want to be stocking up on before the weather gets to your area. It may not be this storm, but it may be another storm. There is always a storm brewing. And some will argue it is being made by, man in the clouds, tinkering around and trying to be God. Excessive rainfall and severe thunderstorms threaten the South again. Heavy to excessive rainfall is forecast for eastern Louisiana into central Alabama, which could bring flash, urban, and ravine flooding Friday. So again, be safe. Be smart about it, okay? Scattered severe thunderstorms with a few tornadoes, very large hail, and damaging winds are possible across parts of Gulf Coast states Friday and Friday night. Update on Houston. Most of Houston's traffic lights are still down. Traffic lights across the city are out, and debris from damaged buildings and toppled trees are covering roadways, making driving conditions dangerous. Major flooding leads to water rescues. There were up to 20 water rescues after residents in Bryan, Texas drove into flood waters Y'all stop doing that. What is wrong with people? I know by now. Now some people, I watched one when I was in South Carolina. They had the 100-year flood. I watched this man on the news drive, saw the water, saw people already stuck, and still drove his truck into that water. And I'm like, is he trying to get an insurance claim? So some people, just saying. Not all people, but some people. But y'all be safe, okay? The Lone Star State has been in the bullseye of seemingly unrelenting rounds of flooding and downpours. Governor Greg Abbott requested a presidential disaster declaration for areas impacted by the onslaught of severe weather and flooding, citing extensive damage caused by these severe storms, historic river flooding, and tornadoes that began on April 26. So they've been getting hit back to back to back since April 26. The picture that you're looking at now is rapper Trey the Truth in the yellow. He's cutting down fallen tree limbs on top of a car in the aftermath of a severe thunderstorm that passed through Houston on Thursday. Transmission towers in Houston were also mangled by the storms. Along part of U.S. Route 290, traffic was stopped as firefighters cleared down lines draped over that roadway. I gotta hurry up because my phone is running hot, y'all. So as far as schools go, the Houston Independent School District announced that campuses will be closed on Friday and reopen on Monday due to widespread damage across Houston. So family, I'm going to end it there so it's not an extremely long video. But I do encourage you to stock up on these items and keep in mind, no power means no water, no lights, no grocery stores are open. It also means the gas stations are shut down. There is no fuel. That's another thing that you can stock up on and use gas stabilizers to help you in the event you need to rotate through your fuel that you have stocked up so it doesn't go bad. Just the same as you do with the food. Create that food pantry. Create that plan of what you're going to do in case of emergency and inform everyone in your home what exactly they need to do, where the meetup place is if y'all get, separated from each other, and have those documents that you need in a waterproof bag, a container that you will need later for insurance purposes or anything. So see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, and definitely leave some comments down there. And also, today and tomorrow, I will be re-uploading some of my emergency preparedness videos. I encourage you to watch those and share those with family and friends. Things that I have already put out there. They never get old. You can always refresh your memory as to what you need and take a few notes as to some things that you didn't think of already, and just get busy preparing, okay? Be that busy worker bee. Bye, y'all.
I've been giving you the worst.